You can feel it before you see the clock. The gate area is a low hum of rolling wheels and paper cups. The gate display flashes "Final Call" in orange, and a PA voice counts down while a line of people stands between you and the jet bridge. Your palms are slightly damp, your boarding pass crumpled in one hand, and the scanner at the gate looks like a tiny, uncaring machine about to decide.
If your flight happens to be canceled or delayed, Compensair will help you get compensation for the inconvenience and get your money back without wasting time on red tape. Get a refund for your canceled flight right
Your day. I want you to picture that exact moment. The shoes of the last people in line, the gate agent glancing at a tablet, the airline app showing a departure time that is suddenly closer than you thought. If you're the person who runs up to the gate 5, 10, even 15 minutes late, here's what happens, step by step, and exactly what to do so you don't panic or waste money. I speak as someone who's worked travel-heavy months and learned this the hard way. Most of the time, a late arrival isn't a disaster, but it is a gamble unless you follow a few rules. First, how to prepare before you even leave home. Check the airline app and your booking for the printed boarding cutoff and gate close times, not just the departure time. Many airlines list both a check-in cutoff for dropping baggage and getting a boarding pass and a gate close time. Domestic carriers often close the gate 10-15 minutes before departure, low-cost carriers 15-20, and international flights can be 30-60 minutes. Screenshot the gate display and the boarding pass in your phone, save offline in case you lose signal, and set 2 alarms, one that gets you to the terminal with a comfortable buffer, and a second walk-to-gate alarm, timed so you aren't sprinting. When you're on your way, call the gate or airline if you can. A quick call gives context. Say your location and ETA. That doesn't guarantee the crew will wait, but it changes the agent's mental model of you from no-show to en route. If you can't call, use the app's chat or notification feature. Many agents monitor those faster than voice lines when they're busy. Keep your ID and boarding pass in an easy-to-reach pocket. Fumbling at the final steps is a common reason people miss boarding. At the airport, skip the coffee if it means a line. If security is crowded, tell the TSA agent on the line that you have a tight connection. They can sometimes direct you to a faster lane, or at least note it. When you reach the gate area and see the "Final Call" banner or a flashing red sign, move to the front and show the agent your boarding pass and ID.
Verbally state your ETA very clearly. I'm at security 2 minutes away, or I'm outside the terminal 5 minutes away. Being calm and blunt helps. The gate agent is controlling a sequence and must protect the flight schedule, but they're also human. Now the real reason for the strict rules, in plain everyday terms. Think of a commercial flight, like a train departure, written on a very tight schedule, where a single late passenger can cause a domino of delays, crew duty limits, connecting flights for other passengers, baggage that needs to be loaded and accounted for, and air traffic clearance. Allowing one passenger to board late is like asking a train to wait for someone stuck at the ticket booth. It may seem small, but the schedule cascade behind it can become large and costly. What are the concrete consequences if you miss the gate? Cost ranges depend on situation and ticket type. For most U.S. domestic tickets today, if the gate closed and the plane pushed back, rebooking on the same carrier as a standby or same-day change can be free to $75. $200 depending on fare class and airline policy. Some legacy carriers waive fees for elite members and some fare types. If you bought a basic economy ticket, you may be completely locked out of free rebooking and could be forced to buy a new one-way fare that can range from $120 to $500 or more, depending on route and time. For international flights, missing the gate can mean a $300, $1,500 plus expense for a new seat, extra hotel nights, and visa or immigration hassles. There's also the baggage risk. If you checked luggage, it might have been offloaded after the cabin door was armed, or it might already be loaded onto the aircraft. If it went onto the plane and you didn't, the airline has to remove your bag to meet security rules. That can delay the flight or result in your bag being sent on without you, rare, or your bag being left and listed as offloaded, which then triggers extra handling time and sometimes fees. Worst case, a missed international connection leads to lost prepaid hotels and tours, which often aren't refundable. So what is the cheapest, safest, most practical option when you're late to the gate? Follow this checklist in order. 1. Stop moving in circles. Pause, pull out your boarding pass and ID, and make a single call or message to the gate. Tell them exactly where you are. This matters. 2. If the gate is still open, show your boarding pass and ask to be boarded immediately. Don't argue. Move quickly and politely. 3. If the gate is closed, ask the agent to place you on standby or to rebook you on the next flight. Ask about any same-day change fees and whether your fare or credit card benefits waive them. 4. Use the airline app. Sometimes you can rebook yourself faster than speaking to the agent, and the app shows real-time seat inventory. 5. If you have status or a premium card, let the agent know. That can speed reaccommodation. Many useful links can be found in the description. If you miss the gate and the airline won't rebook you without a fee, your next moves depend on how much time and money you want to spend. Cheapest. Take the next seat on standby, sometimes free, sometimes a small fee. Practical. Ask for a discount on the change fee, especially if your delay was caused by something outside your control, like a security line or an airline delay earlier in your trip. Worst case. Buy a new last-minute ticket. That is the costly option, often $200, $1,000 depending on route and season. Here's a quick, honest breakdown of who waits and who won't. Low-cost carriers and ultra-low-cost carriers tend to be rigid. If you miss the gate, they will rarely hold the plane. Legacy carriers sometimes hold for a couple of minutes if the crew agrees and if the delay won't cascade into a bigger problem. International flights almost never wait beyond posted cutoffs because there are extra processes, passport control, customs, that must finish before departure. So treat every airline as though it will not wait, and be pleasantly surprised if it does. One everyday trick airlines and booking sites use that can mislead you: fare rules buried in basic economy or non-refundable fares. Those often say, no changes, no refunds, but the fine print allows same-day standby or paid same-day changes that are obscured by the booking site's layout. A specific upsell you'll see at booking is priority boarding or hold the gate. The reality is, priority boarding gets you space in overhead bins and an earlier boarding lane, but it does not make the airline legally or operationally required to wait for you. Saying yes to an upsell is rarely a guarantee the aircraft will wait. How to refuse the upsell and avoid the trick. When booking, click the Fare Rules or Fare Conditions link and read the words Change Fee or Same Day Change. If you see No Changes Allowed and you think you might be late, buy a refundable or flexible fare or add a modest fee for a ticket that allows same-day changes. If an agent at the airport tries to sell you a gate hold or priority that guarantees waiting, decline and ask instead for rebooking options or standby. Politely insist on the specific remedy. Can you place me on the standby list for the next 2 flights? Or, can you waive the change fee because X caused the delay? A few real-world tactics that work. Arrive at the gate 10 minutes before the posted gate close and be physically at the scanner 5 minutes earlier. Take a photo of the gate agent's name on the tablet if possible, so you can reference the agent later. If the gate is yelling "Final Call," stand with your boarding pass and politely but audibly say, "I'm in line, I'm right here." It helps the agent notice you. Use airport staff politely as allies. The gate agent controls boarding, but a nearby customer service desk or line supervisor sometimes has the flexibility to help rebook faster. Finally, if a missed gate leads to a long delay and you think the airline's handling was unfair, keep receipts and notes. Airlines will sometimes refund the difference or issue travel credit if you escalate politely and provide documentation, especially for delays caused by their own operations. If this helped you feel calmer about running late to a gate, remember this: prepare early, communicate clearly, and be ready to use the app or ask for standby. That combination wins more times than risking a sprint through the terminal at the last second. If you want more short, practical airport survival tips, subscribe and like for weekly explanations from someone who travels for work and has seen the gate both ways, the calm and the chaotic. Thanks for watching and safe travels.